All right. So, so I just had somebody over here at the studio. I'm getting some bills paid today, but had somebody here at the studio today, and we got to talking a little bit about this project that I've been talking a lot about in these videos, just hinting towards. And I think maybe I've been putting off talking about it more because a lot of it's still just you know being figured out. I guess is the best way to put it. But I've over the last couple years, I've been working on this, and I kind of just feel like it's time to start putting it out. So So I'm not gonna be able to do this in one video. This is not something that there's so much to talk about with it. Um, but the project name is called the Cruddies. Now you can go to thecruddies.com, and I already have a website sort of up. It's just like an image there to give you an idea a little bit about what this project is. But this is like my own toy line. It's sort of when I think back about like different toys that I liked when I was a kid and stuff like that. I really like the Garbage Pail Kids and stuff like that. They're like gross and funny and jokey kind of a thing like that with the wacky packages and stuff like that. I always like the little stuff that you get in the at the grocery stores. You'd be able to get a little bubble like this with a toy in it out of the little bubble machines, and so like when I started thinking about this idea, the Cruddies, I didn't necessarily have it figured out. We are just kind of like building it and dreaming up the idea first for years. Me and Chris Grissom would sit around and talk about this a lot, and that's kind of where it started developing a little bit of a real like body to it. Before that, like we had done this. We had done this like sewing day. It's kind of a craft get together kind of thing, and everybody was told to bring some stuffed animals that they didn't care if it got torn up and made into something else. So what we were going to do is take stuffed animals and tear them apart and recreate them into something new. So bootlegging stuffed animals into new characters. And that was sort of it was a really fun project, and that's how it got its start. From there, me and Chris would sit around and talk about different storylines and different funny ways that the Cruddies could be put into the world, whether it's cartoons or even video games ideas, things like that, comic strips, whatever. And so it started developing more of a body of what it was, and so that was years ago. Now, still, we've been talking about stuff like that for years, and so more recently, I hit 50, and when I did that, like I thought about I want to build something that is a thing. It's like an IP, a package, a real thing. Whether with the idea, maybe it could be a cartoon or a video game or a line of toys or whatever. An IP package, intellectual property package that it wouldn't be something that like I was just completely like you know I didn't want to worry about it. I just wanted to build this and just as an exercise almost, but as an actual business and learn. all the like weird little steps that you got to go through to build an IP package. I've, by producing Joker TV all these years, I've seen so many people that, submitted animations and things like that to us. And, that, like, they're building this IP package in the way that they're doing it, with their storylines of these characters and stuff like that. And so, like, I'm more in the sculpting and toy making world, and which that's something that I'm going to start maybe like a series of videos. I've been thinking about this, where I kind of like go through some of the old sculpts that I did throughout the years and over the last like 10 years that I've been doing this. So like, look out for that. But anyways, back to what I'm talking about. I'm losing my place. So damn, I kind of lost my place. So, but like building an IP package, that's sort of the goal here, and so as a sort of first step in that, after, working with, just kind of talking about ideas with Chris over this, I'm like, okay, I've got enough here that I think I can like start creating something. And, we didn't necessarily have characters ready, but we had ideas ready. And the idea of what the Cruddies are. And then since like doing that work before, like I started thinking about the whole world that they live in. And like thinking about the process of world building. Like you have to world build anytime you want to build some kind of big project like this. And that's a big undertaking sometimes, depending on how big of a project you're talking about. But I've kind of purposely limited myself in some ways to where I'm going to build a world that has a limited barrier, like it's within a barrier, within this area sort of thing, which I'll explain more as we like. Yeah, I mean, I've got a sketchbook of just all sorts of things. I'm drawing maps, and I'm drawing characters, and I'm drawing ideas, and then I have a Trello. If anybody knows, I use Trello. If anybody knows about Trello, it's a way to keep notes on projects and stuff like that. So my whole world Bible is in Trello right now, and anytime I have an idea, I notate it and I get it down, and I start, I just keep adding to what I have. Everything that me and Chris have talked about in the past, and even to the stuffed animals and stuff that we created at that one time, like wrapping all those ideas up into a easily, like maybe more easily consumable idea. And so to get to the point is I started working on some sculpts for characters, and and I'll talk more about this probably another time, but like the idea I put myself the path I put myself on was like just, well, first of all, sort of, let me get some stuff here. Well, if I can find one. Start with a ping pong ball. And like I said, these bubbles. And so I want a character about this size, and I want him to be able to fit in one of these bubbles. And, I wanted to build a collection of 100 characters that were that sort of thing. And so the size, the sort of like nature of sticking around this kind of idea of this is the starting point, whether I carve into or add on to this, it still has to fit within here. And I've already shown pictures of this one, but I think I got about 20 something out of that 100 that I was kind of really wanting to build. And I have shown this off already, so I don't know if it's going to focus in there. This is a little toe character with an eye, and it's got kind of a squinty eye, and a normal eye, and he's got buck teeth. Sort of, yeah, just like severed toe. And, you know, anyways, I'm not showing much more than that. I'll show you a couple things. I've got something else I'm working on, which I'll tell more about later too. But you got to be on the lookout on my website, MrBlankIsDead.com, because I have a blog there, and that's where I'm putting stuff first. If you want to know what I'm doing, you need to follow that blog and just check it out every once in a while. At some point, I'm going to figure out how to create like a membership thing where when I post a blog, you find out and stuff like that. I haven't figured that out yet, but that'll be part of the process. Anyways, so, you know, this is the idea, and it's like, since you know, I started sculpting these guys, and like I said, I got about 20 something of them right now. And then I even created another idea, and it just kept building on itself, and you know, I'm like trying to crunch all these ideas into one cohesive thing. And so anyways, these videos, the reason I wanted to start a studio journal in the first place was to sit here and sort of explain these ideas to anybody that wants to listen to this. It may be, I don't know if my rambling is boring or what. It's fine. I don't care. I'm doing this way, and this is the way I'm going to do it. And if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. It's not going to hurt my feelings none. But I do welcome commenting if you're like, hey, yeah, do that, or no, I like this idea, or I don't like that idea, or anything. I don't care. Like, send me anything, any ideas you got, and maybe it'll get added into this. But anyways, so be on the lookout, because I'm about to release a blind bag series. So that's going to be, I guess, probably the first release. And I'm creating this blind bag series by myself. Like, I'm making it. I'm in the process of doing it right now. In fact, I just got this package in today. Let me, because I think I know what this is. Let me open this up. But this will be a blind bag package. They will be, they're actually available right now. You can pre-order it on my website. I don't have any pictures yet because I haven't gotten far enough along to be able to show anything off yet. But yes, this is really awesome. So what came in the mail today is a whole package of these things. These are the blind bags. So they're sealable with heat. You use the little heat sealer, which I still got to get one of those. But these are the blind bags. And these characters that I have here in front of me, not the one I just showed you with the little sculpt. That's being reproduced in resin. And in fact, I've already started, I've got a little short run of them right now, which is going to be available soon. So be on the lookout for these. Like, here's one, a painted version. Here's another one. So you're probably the first. I don't think I've shown this yet anywhere. But there's a couple different colorways just because I was testing stuff out. And but there's a bunch of the green ones. The zombie toe is what I'm calling it. I'll figure out a name for that later, but that's, for now, it's zombie toe. But anyways, so the first batch, I'm calling it the first batch of Cruddies that are going to be released are all individually handmade. Little creatures. They have eyes and teeth and hair and just they're all weird, gross, cute looking little creatures. That's the best I can explain it. But as we go along and I explain more about the Cruddies as I continue to make these videos, this one's getting long. As I continue to make these videos, you'll start understanding a little bit better, because you'll start understanding what these characters are and what they're made out of and why they exist and the world that they live in and all that stuff. Anyways, blind bag series coming soon. This is exciting. I'm really excited about this. Like I said, 100 available. They're available right now on my website. And only you who are watching this video, which I don't even think I'm making this public. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll make this one public. But I'm not making all my videos public. And you just got to follow along. You got to follow the blog on my website to really get the true full story, because that's where I'm going to post things first. At some point, YouTube will have most of this stuff too, because that's where it is. But these videos a lot of times are posted unlisted first, and if you don't know where they are and how to get to them, you can't find them. So unless you're just good at that, you figure it out. I'll leave a little breadcrumb trail for you to follow. Go to my website. That's where you'll find it. So right now, $25, you can buy one of these blind bag. Sight unseen right now. You don't know what they look like. But I'm going to, this weekend, I'm starting working on them. That's why I'm making this video. And why, like, this was like a whole announcement about the Cruddies kind of thing. But it's an announcement that I'm going to make more announcements later, and like, for now, this is like, this is kicking into gear here, and I've got some stuff ready. I'm almost ready to reveal it all. So stay tuned. I think that's yeah, I guess that's it. You guys be good. I'll see you soon.